Presenting ORCA, a fully autonomous agent swarm that manages your cross-chain yield positions. Now, the problem with yield management is threefold. Human reaction times are slower than liquidation windows, cross-chain market condition monitoring is hard to do manually, and there are governance delays with zero accountability when the strategies fail. We had a real incident in compound finance where there were cascading liquidations due to a price oracle deviation, and $89 million was lost before we could rescue them. And managing yield positions with centralized bots, agents, and human-governed DAOs has plenty of downsides as seen here. This is why ORCA exists. We facilitate a fully autonomous agent swarm that rebalances yield positions cross-chain with built-in accountability and fast decisioning. All service payments and A2A micropayments settle on Kite testnet. Now let's take Anna for example. She has $50,000 worth of yield positions across various chains. Without ORCA, she would struggle to keep up with the constant changes 24/7, but ORCA acts on her behalf and rebalances portfolio with a sub-second accuracy. So here's how it all works. The user-specific Scout agent consistently monitors both free and paid sources from the web like DeFi Llama, Gold Sky indexers by making requests using the Kite Passport execute functionality for payments if needed. Now let's say it generates a signal to swap some USDT from Aave in Kite to Uniswap in Base. It would pay PyUSD to the risk agent, and the risk agent again uses its own set of sources provided by its owner to assess the risk of this particular signal. If it declines, nothing happens. If it approves, the executor agent then uses a hyperlane warp route to bridge the USDT from Kite's Aave vault to Base's Uniswap and send a cross-chain message to sync the states. So once this is done, the audit agent scores all the agent according to the signal's accuracy and performs the PoAI attribution, and the funds will be successfully moved from Aave to Uniswap. Now let's take a look at how it all works. Our project is in a PNPM monorepo with the backend, front-end contracts and the agent folders and also the hyperlane util. Now let's start the API, the X402 provider, the relayer, and all the agents one by one. So we have the risk agent here, the executor, the audit, and finally the scout agent. Now all of these agents have their own roles, which I had mentioned in the pitch. Now the scout agent, as I said, is looking through various sources online for finding a signal on which vault is performing the best, and it has generated a signal and paid risk agent to analyze the risk of the signal it generated, and it seems like it approved and sent the signal to the executor, and now the executor is going to perform a cross-chain vault deposit from Kite to Base Sepolia, and it seems like the deposit was successful as well. So the audit agent is generating PoAI attributions and scores for every agent according to their accuracy, and the relayer has also delivered the message cross-chain, which means the deposit is now completed. Now let's take a look at a very detailed overview of what just happened. We can see our holdings in all the vaults when we log into the dashboard, and yeah, this is the vault contract, and as we can see, the 0.1 USDC deposit was successful. And here are all the agents and their X402 payments. Yes, all of these transactions happened during the workflow, and this is the step-by-step chain of thought of what just happened. First, we have the scout agent, and yeah, now we have the audit deliberation, which is basically the score for the scout agent. Here is the PoAI for the scout agent's execution. And this is the risk agent approving the signal that the scout agent just generated. As we can see, we have sent PyUSD to the risk agent using the agent passport, and the PoA attribution for risk agent also happened. And this is the executor depositing the USDT, and hyperlane message was also successful as we just saw. And yeah, this is the final deposit in the Base Sepolia Uniswap vault, and this is the PoA attribution of the executor. So we are auditing every single agent's performance to eventually make them perform better. And here are the transactions for all the micropayments that happened between each agent, from scout to risk, risk to executor, and executor to audit. And yeah, this is the entire log of all the PoAI attribution present right here. And this is the agent marketplace where we can list our own agent or purchase other scout agents and bind it to our own Redis streams. So we are registering our own agent now, and yeah, it's successfully registered in the marketplace. We also have the Hyperlane cross-chain message transaction here, which states that 0.1 USDC was deposited into the vault. So yeah. Now Kite AI's functionalities has been core to developing ORCA. All the agents are registered in the registry deployed in the Kite testnet, and the PoAI attribution is also facilitated by Kite. And the Kite Passport is used for agent payments throughout the app. The agent payments is implemented as an incentive mechanism for the agents to improve their performance, and the low quality agents will automatically be filtered out. So as we saw earlier, the platform allows us to bring our own Scout agents currently, and our plan is to extend the marketplace to allow more agent types, and we are actively working on it. And we also plan to integrate the real protocol contracts instead of the stubs and deploy the DApp in the mainnet. Thank you.